Well, I'm here, I'm in Hull. I've got a video to take, to show you about on my bus journey. I'll load that up later. Well, where do I start? I wanted to start at the very bottom of Ferrans Way, but I can't because of all the work what's going on. I wanted to show you a bit of it, but that's not really going to happen. So I've started down here. Not sure where I am, but we're going to set off walking in the direction of Ferrans Way. So without more ado, I shall let you see where we're going rather than looking at me. Right, so all this is cordoned off and fenced off because of for safety reasons, for all the work that's going on the A63, which is really good. Once it's done, it's going to make getting through Hull a lot easier than it is at the present time. Hull is a big city. It's also still got a lot of industry. Plus it's a big port as well, an international port. It does have a lot of traffic. The flats, what you see, the apartment blocks here, are what we would call council flats. In America, I think you'll call them public housing. They're owned by probably the whole city council, or it might be an housing trust now, I don't know. Yep, I haven't got Toby with me. His mum, the old Duchess, and me as well, we're both concerned about him being on the bus for an hour and a half. And we thought it might be better not to do it, not to ring him. If I'd have had the car, in loads of places I could have parked, I think I might have brought him. But I wanted to come on the bus because I wanted to capture the bus journey on video. They were quite good, really. It's a long time since I've travelled on a bus. Hi Harry, how are you? Hi Asher, how are you? We're in Hull today, the city of Hull in East Yorkshire. So we're about 55 miles east of Leeds, which is in the centre of West Yorkshire, and we're about 20 miles or so from the sea. Oh, it's a lovely day, it really is. Hi Harry. It's an absolutely fantastic day. It's a pleasure to be out. Well, so what we're going to do, I think, we're just going to take a meander about the city. We'll just look at stuff, and we'll go to the we can't go in because it's not open, but the Maritime Museum. We'll go and see where the old blockhouse used to be, and a few other things like that we'll look at. We'll look at some of the good things in Hull, but we'll see some of the not so good. This, my friends, believe it or not, is a bus shelter. Would you believe it? Some nice artwork on it, as you can see. Lovely artwork. But on a rainy day, I don't think it will keep you dry somehow. How do? I don't think people are pretty friendly in Hull actually, but I think when you get a stranger with a camera, they might not be as friendly as they are in Withensea. Yeah, but the sky's blue, the sun's out. The sun's out and it's not cold, but it's not warm. If that makes sense. So anyhow, we're having us day out to Hull. Our excursion. Later on, I'll download the feed that I took on the bus. But I can't do that till I get home. Civic, more council houses, public housing. Somebody's dog's having a go at me. You know, I've come out about treats. I've left Toby's treats at home. And I've left Toby at home. As I said, it's okay bringing him. And he'd have been absolutely fine while we're walking around. But an hour and a half on the bus when I'm trying to video, that perhaps would have been too much for him. Poor little fella. Well, we're on Osborne Street almost. I'm just going to walk down here till we get to Ferrens Way. Now, Ferrens Way is a main street in Hull. That's the very heart of the city. Let's cross over before we get run over. In Hull there's lots of tiny streets like this. Lots of them. I've got some kiddie wings coming up, so I'm just gonna move my camera. Don't worry, I've not got them. It's alright. Yeah. She was quite alright, that lady. I had to me, I just said, don't worry, I've not got them. You know, sometimes I'll not really be able to avoid getting a kid on, but it'll never be anything I intend doing. Well, this is the Danish church. It has a bit of history to it, which goes back to the war. We had a lot of Danish sailors who came here. There was nothing on there. I thought there might have been a plaque or something. But that's where the church came from. Well, I think I'm going to cross it. No, we'll walk up. This is Ferrens Way. What you see in front of me is called the Cecil Theatre. I don't know much about it. Hiya Bobby, how are you today? I haven't got Toby with me. Me and the old Duchess talked about it, and we both felt like a not 2 hours, but nearly 2 hour bus journey will be too much for him, especially when I'm filming, because I filmed the entire bus journey. So we thought the best thing is to leave him at home and let his own mother spoil him. Well, I don't know what this monocle place is. It's some sort of business centre looking at it. What we'll do, I'm going to cross over in a minute and then we'll walk back. We'll have a look at the station. In fact, I might just go on it. If he kicked me off, he kicked me off. We might be able to get across. Now this is like a dance drama academy. We do, it's part of the Northern Performing Arts Academy, and they are good. The kids are really, really good. We went to see Hello Dolly at the Hull Theatre, and it was magnificent. It was. I didn't know if it'd be any good or not, but it was well worth going to. So, well, I miss him. He is better at home. But to be honest, Bobby, I miss him. I wish I'd have had him with me. He's good company, is Toby. But I thought it, like she said, the old Duchess, this guy wants to get past and I'm not stopping him. And I think it'd have been hard for him. And then hard getting home again on the bus. So sometimes it's, it's a question of doing what you think is right. And doing the best that you can. Go on, mate, you're all right. Now, I might get kicked out of here, I don't know. We'll see. Just going to walk through. This is the station, so I don't know what's going to happen. I know they get a bit touchy when people take photographs of railway stations and video and things. But this is it. It's beautiful architecture. It really is. If anyone's ever heard of Mick Ronson and Trevor Boulder and Woody Woodmansey, there's your thing, Spiders from Mars. They played with David Bowie in the 70s. Of course you can. Alright, mate. That was nice, wasn't it, young lad? Can I say hi to everybody, yeah? I was just a bit surprised at that, though. So it is a good place. The architecture's gorgeous. So further down we'll take you to the bus station. It's called Paragon Interchange. Some of the things that are happening. I don't know what this is. It looks interesting, doesn't it? Especially if you got kids. So we're now at the front of the station. So again we're back on Ferrens Way. That used to be Hammond's, of all the big department store, which no longer exists. This is the latest incarnation of a shopping mall. There's 3 shopping malls in Hull. 3. 2 of them are in a bad way. Prospect and St. Steve and oh, hang on, what's it called? Prince's Dock. Princes are in a bad way. So what do? We build this. I'm not going to go because they will go mad. They don't like anybody. I've seen other people blogging and they get kicked out. So I'm not going to make it. Yeah, you can argue with them, but there's no real point in it. Well, this is St. Stephen's. We can go up to it, we can have a look down, but I'm not going in. But this is your go-to place now. They did the same thing in Rochdale. Yeah, I think you got 3 big shopping centres in Rochdale, and 2 of them are dead. So they're building a 3rd one. Sorry, love. So that's it. So I don't want to go in there. They do get touchy with people taking pictures, so. Well, that's it. It's not particularly massive. I mean, take Tesco's out of the equation. There's hardly anything left in there. But there you go. You know, super dry. I don't know what this is. But you get 10% student discount. So if you're a student, it might be a bit of help. I have a feeling it might be either Chinese or Korean. If we look at the writing up there, but I don't know. It's not really my sort of gear, anyhow. If you want your ears pierced, Oh, your nose piercing, 30 quid. I don't think I'm going to get pierced. I don't think it's for me somehow. Hair removal, wow. 95 quid to get your full body removed. Wow. Don't think I'm going to do that. No, that's not going to happen to me. Well, it'll only probably grow back anyway, and then in a few months you're going back again for another 95 quid. Oh, I don't know. So this is the Albemarle Music Centre. So, you know, you've got a fair bit of culture in Hull, whatever anybody says about the place. See, so what do they do at the old music service? They try to enrich and enhance the lives of children and the community by actively supporting and developing education through music. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, to be honest. Well, so what's that building? It's the Holiday Inn. So if you're going to go on holiday to Hull, there you go, the Holiday Inn. It must do. Hi Edward. Hiya Flack. Hey up. It's Tommy, so hiya. Hull's not too bad. Where are you? Hull? Yeah, sorry Bessica, I'm in Hull, yes. The bus ride were okay at Guy. I'll do that, Jack. Yeah, it is still named Paragon Station, that's right. We are in Hull today. That's right, Guy. Paquito. Hiya. The bus ride were good. Hi Edward. We are in Hull. Bessica. It's alright today. Well, you're welcome, Guy, from wherever you're from in the world. Oh, you're very welcome, Guy. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much as well. All right. Ah, thanks for that. I didn't know. Well, yeah, I suppose some windowing we have over here. Jack. Hi Edward. Yeah, I know. I'm missing Toby too. But I don't know, it's like we said on the car journey. So in the car, fine, no problem. Just plug him in to his seat belt and he'll be absolutely fine. If anyone's interested, Gruffalo's Child, Paradise Found. This is called Hull Truck Theatre. They started off in the back of the truck in the 1980s, and this is them now. We went to see Hello Dolly here, and honestly, it's not a big stage, but that doesn't matter, it was still good. Really good. There you go, oldtruck.co.uk if you want to know more about it. Yeah, we started off and it was like some out of work artists and actors and things in the back of an old truck. And I think that was in the 1980s. We did a big thing in Scunthorpe. I remember reading about that years and years ago when I did my doctorate. And I've never really come across them until we moved over here. They've had a few things which I thought could be interesting. I think so. No, it was lovely. When we came out earlier on, when I came out, it was lovely. When I went out this morning, it was absolutely cold, but it was nice. So I'm just waiting for a chance to cross the road. Here we go. Well, hey, we've done it. Yep, we're through. We are through. Now this is one of this is the Prospect Shopping Centre. Another big mall, which is, guess what? You got it, empty. Got a few bits and bats inside, but essentially it's empty. And it's been like that, I think, since COVID. COVID's got a hell of a lot to answer for, in my opinion. I can remember me and the old Duchess coming on here back in 2016. Whereabouts on the south coast are you Flack? I lived near Eaton Park when I was a kid. I was born near Eaton Park. So this is Debenhams, another, see, even the estate agents. Tattoo parlour. You know, they're all shut down. African food if you fancy it. Don't know, I won't say no. See that word, Debenhams. Now Debenhams shut down, it was 2016 I think. 10 years later, they've not opened anything else in its place. There were talk of them turning it into flats. Whether they do or not, we'll have to wait and see. But that was certainly the idea. Oh ho! They are the Prospect Centre. Oh ho! Look what I found. Get points for that. Baker Street. See, it's all all shut down. You can't get in. As you can see, it's all linking cultures and strengthening communities. Well, what can you say to that? Amazing, absolutely amazing. B&M, a cheap jack store, they're still kind of holding on. All this is shut down, but we have got Greg's at the end. Wow. Wren's Wildlife. That's a charity shop, but they are pretty good. The rehome dogs and all cats and all sorts of other wild creatures. Well, this is a plaque, a monument, I should say, to Amy Johnson. There was Edward, a song called Baker Street. Ah. Dorset's nice though, isn't it? Well, this is Amy Johnson. There's some stuff about her here. Amy Johnson's famous flight. The first woman to fly from the UK to Australia on the 17th and 18th of May. Oh, I don't know, 1930, but it was in May 1930. And it took her 6 days. She went through from London to Vienna, to Istanbul, Aleppo, Baghdad, Bandar Abbas, Karachi, Delhi, Calcutta, Rangoon, Bangkok, Singapore, and lots of other places till she got to Hong Kong. Now, not Hong Kong, Australia. She was. So we got peacocks. I don't know much about them. I don't know what they do. Well, they actually do men's clothes as well. Well, that was it in 1930. She did all that. And flew in her aeroplane. But she was from Hull. Oh, there's a little bit of this place left. Let's have a quick look round and we'll see if we get kicked out. As I said, if I do, I do, I don't. I'm not bothered. Not exactly. Got loads and loads of customers. Poundland, another cheap shop. Iceland. Euro change, nobody in there. Wilco. That was a big name and it's closed down. I'm not sure what this is, but it's shut. Yeah, this is nice though, isn't it? Fresh fruit and veg. With Ralph McTell, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, Gary Rafferty. Yeah, Gary Rafferty. That's right, Jack. Yeah. I like Scotland, you know, Flack. Scotland's nice. Well, yeah, same here actually, Flack. I remember that too. It was all cheap tat. Well, I think it's the same, to be honest. It's cheap tat. But it costs a lot more than £1. I remember going back years and years ago. When we lived in Burnley. The old Duchess worked in a pound shop. Even now she loves them. Not so often we go out now, she struggles. I'm going to try and get her to come here to Hull. She's got lots of nice imperious buildings here, which take you back to the time when Hull was a very prosperous city with its docks, its manufacturing, the fishing. To have the biggest deep water fishing fleet in the world. I feel sorry for them in a way, those people begging, but you're not helping them by giving them, because they're going to use what you give them, and not to help them get somewhere to live or for food, but for drugs. Well, so we're actually in town centre of Hull itself. Even Murray Bob's has closed down. Oh my God. You know, I think when Murray Bob's closes down, yeah, Guy, it is. I don't know how many people live here. I'd say possibly 300,000. But it's certainly a big place. Here's one of the places I like, you know. Hi. What is the population of Hull? I'll just ask it again. What is Hull's population? That's not worked for me. What is Hull's population? Hull. As of 2024, it was 275,000 thereabouts. So yeah, I weren't that far out. Yeah, we got quite a few of these little arcades. haircut. Chinese street food. Now my son has a certain penchant, should we say, for Chinese street food. Sorry love, I'm...
Shall I wave?
Of course you can.
Hi!
What's your name?
Kareen.
Tell them.
Hi, I'm Kareen.
Thank you very much, Kareen. Look after yourself.
You too.
This is Siegel's Jewellers. When my granddaughter was born, I got her a golden bracelet as a keepsake from there. Oh, well, lovely that girl, Kareen, weren't it? Hi, Dave. No, that was it. I wasn't sure, but I thought, from what I know of the place, 275. But I just thought 200, then I thought, well, no, maybe more than that. Possibly 300,000. So yeah, we're a good guess that, weren't it? Anyhow, we've got Dave with us. He's our internet aficionado. If I need to know anything, he'll look it up for me. So hiya, Dave. You know, you remember economics is my subject. You know, I'm holding on to this gimbal and I haven't put it round my, you know, the lanyard round my wrist. I've just done it now. There's a lot of places closed down though. Now this is Prince's Quay. If you want, we can have a quick look round there. Hopefully we won't get kicked out, but we might. I saw this earlier on, this pub. A meal for £8. Whatever you want, it's £8. I don't know what the quality's like. It's called the Punch Hotel. I don't know what the quality's like. It might be good, it might be bad, I don't know. But £8. And they have a dress code. Well, they definitely let Toby in. I'll have a look on my... I'll have a look on mine if you want, David, because I think I've got both of you on my Facebook. I'll see what we can do. Well, this, oh, let's cross over here. I've crossed and crossed back and crossed back again. Now this is where I want to put some time into volunteering, the whole Maritime. I hope there's nothing valuable inside. So this is what I want to volunteer. Oh, I thought I had you on Facebook, Edward. Right. So there's its internet address anyway. So I'm going to get in touch with them. I'm sure my grandson will love that. The dinosaur, he's got a thing on dinosaurs right now. He's had it for years. He's 5-year-old, and I think for the last 3 years he's been dinosaur mad. I went in there before we closed it, before it closed to be renovated, and I think that was like 2000. They've been at it 5 years. It used to be the offices for the Port of Hull, Princess Dock offices, at one time. Oh, we'll have a walk through the gardens. I'm alright with my gimbal. Here's the BBC, the British Bullshit Corporation, or as my friend in India, Jacob, would call it, the Bluff and Blunder Corporation. But it isn't that bad, our local news. Civic be doing lots and lots of building work here. Wherever you go in Hull, they're spending big money. And they have been for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, something like that. It is good. Make the city mean something, and I don't know, they seem to be doing that. Queen's Gardens, celebrating the docks history. So imagine what it would have looked like back in the day. The huge building you can see right the way down there looks like some communist utopia from Bulgaria or Romania. That's Hull College of Knowledge. Alright lads.
Alright.
Yeah, you. Looks like the guys are finishing work. And I don't know much about Hull College, but I would say in a town like Hull, with a massive problem of employment, education is key. If you're in Hull and you can't get a job and you've got qualifications, you can leave Hull and get a job somewhere else. If you can't, if you don't, then you're just destined to be competing for low-paid jobs, unskilled, low-paid, insecure employment. That's what my PhD was about, really. But I was looking at Scunthorpe and comparing it with Middlesbrough and Redcar. Two areas with similar problems. So all this at one time, I think, used to be part of the docks. Well, we've got old Bill up here, I think. Is he concerned with the man with the camera? I hope not. I mean, it shouldn't be anyway. I'd hope it's got more to do with himself than, well, there's nobody in the car. So far, I've never been pulled or given any trouble by the old Bill, you know, filming. Yeah, there are some poor areas of Hull, not very nice, and then there are some really outstanding areas. Yeah, I did, Guy. I did. Hi, Dwayne. How are you tonight? Yeah, I definitely stream a bus ride. No, you've not missed it. I've done. No, I didn't stream it. I've taken the video off it, and when I get home, I'm going to put that on the channel. So you'll still be able to watch it, but it'll go on later on. So it might be, I don't know, by the time I get home it's going to be about 6:30. So by the time I have my tea and I start streaming, say what, 6:30, something like that. There's an hour and a half of it, so I don't know how long that's going to take to download and get on. It's going to take forever, but there you go. Like an idiot, I don't know. I ended up turning it off by mistake, so I had to put it back on. So it's in 2 halves. So certainly a lot of effort going into this place. It is good what they're doing though, and personally I can't knock it. You know, there's arguments about gentrification and kind of excluding local people. I know, I understand them arguments, but I don't think that's happening here. I mean, you're actually giving people something. You're giving them their history, which is good, and you give them pride in their own history. I think that's okay. I think it's very different when you do with the docks what we did in Manchester with Salford Quays, which tends to exclude people unless you've got the money to go and live on the quays. Or to some extent what they did in Canary Wharf. You've kind of excluded people from there. Many of the locals can't get close to him. Even if you could, why would they? Whereas this, it's been done, but there's no walls around it. So here we are. Hey? Yep. Just looking at Hull, mate. How many views? Of about 700, something like that. I don't know how many are on at the moment. I'm not like massively big with million. 7 and 8 at the moment. No,
What, do you live here?
no, I live in Withensea.
Fair enough, lad.
So I just thought it's something, isn't it?
Yeah, man, go on, see soon.
Anyhow, you take care, lads. Yeah, a couple of young lads wanted to know what we're doing, and that's fair enough. It's certainly got a fascinating history as well. Yeah, no problem. But it'll probably be tomorrow before it actually gets on me. But I'll try later on anyhow. Oh, of Edwardian architecture is something else, isn't it, Jack? Yeah, there'll be quite a few somewhere. Yeah, Wilberforce. That's his statue and his column. He campaigned for slavery to be abolished. On the 1st of August, this was built on the 1st of August 1834. That's when the first stone was laid. That's better. Kids, eh? And it was the people of Hull. It definitely is David, oh yeah. No, he'll be fine. She'll be feeding him up on sausages and ham and all sorts of nice doggy treats, schmackos and things like that. So he'll be fine. And when we go home, I'll probably take him out for a walk up to the top of the prom and back. I won't be going mad. It won't be like the normal 6-7 miles. It'll be a couple of miles. So I'm sure he'll be all right with that. It's just well, I've done 9.5 miles so far today. Me and Toby did 4 miles this morning. So it's quite a big place, this college, isn't it? Yeah, there's something which I know Jack will not have heard about. What's that, Jack? Do you know what that is? What I'm looking at? The telephone box. Hull. In Hull, the telephone boxes are white. I think you'll find, Ben, that it's a telephone box. No, in Britain they're meant to be, most of them are red, aren't they? But Hull was never part of the post office telephone unit, which later became British Telecom. Hull was always on its own. It didn't have, wasn't part of that national network. It was owned by Hull, Kingston upon Hull City Corporation. I think I'm going to let you go, Ben. Yeah, I've timed Ben out for 24 hours. There's never anything of any use to contribute to us, so I'm going to let him go. So we'll walk back down here and we'll walk back past the BBC. We'll see if we can see Peter Levi. That's our local anchorman who gives us Humberside news. Not sure what he's doing. Hello.
Hello.
He's turning round. Come on. Right. Well, that's to get out of there. Mate, no joke, I could have backed a truck round there with the grief he was giving himself. See another building empty. Another BYD. My son was thinking of buying a BYD, Chinese car. In the end, I think it's a Nissan he got. See, you get the enormity of this, whatever it is we're doing. The amount of landscaping work that we're doing, it's just huge, isn't it? Eventually they'll make Hull a really good place. You can't really see what it's going to look like. And there I thought you might have done, but you can't. Well, there's a casino down here. And it's got trees growing on its roof. They have a Grosvenor casino. I don't think you're going to win in them places. I think the casino always comes out best. Well, I've got my coat on and a thick jumper, so I'm not too bad. You know, most of my time will be on the bus now at this time. What time are we now? We're about 5 o'clock, I think. So if I leave here at round about 5:30, I'll be home for about 7. So all this is the BBC, the Bluff and Bluster Corporation. We'll go and have a look at what was the Prince's Dock. That's a little bit of historic interest there. It closed in the 1960s. And it came right up into the city centre. Don't want us to look at them, do they? Well, that's the BBC anyhow. So what I'm going to do now is make us way hang on, like a racing track round here. And they come. Whew, done it. No my luck, I've crossed over at the wrong place, but here we go. No, I don't think we're there. I think we're okay. I think we're good. There will be something called the Warren Youth Project for young people. I'm not sure what we do for young people, to be honest. My advice to any young person is always what it would be. Do one of three things. Stay on at school until you're 18, get whatever qualifications you can get. 2, get an apprenticeship, get decent GCSEs, get an apprenticeship. Or 3, get a job. I mean, get your qualifications, get your A-levels, go to university. That has to be it. Either that, if you're not going to do that, all right, get an apprenticeship. There you go. The Spurn Lightship. Have they? A red phone booth, right. Well, we have white ones here. Well, mainly in Hull. We have got a gay one. There you go. The rainbow colours. Celebrating 800 years of maritime heritage. Wow. That's the Arctic Corsair. It's being renovated at the moment. I took you there a few months ago. You might remember that. If you go onto my channel, it's on there somewhere. But it's a video I took where I showed it. That was it back in the day. Just awe-inspiring, isn't it, really? 800 years. Well, we can cross over, I think. Yes, we can. Some people, eh? I don't know quite what happened here. I've seen it before. But when it's put just there and you've got that there, you don't need to be an expert. Now this, we excavated this, it's the remains of what they call the Beverley Gate. Part of the city gates. I remember them doing this bit up. I think we'd just come to live in Withensea at the time. I mean, the old Duchess came. Well, this goes back, I think, to the time of Henry VIII. So like the mid 16th century. And that's part of what was the Beverley Gate. You know, the gate to the city. It was Kingston. Or in them days, it would have been Kingstown. So this is the original brickwork. Kids, eh? Just imagine that. Hiya, how are you? How are you, Anomi? I am very good. Thanks, Guy. Hi, Oliver. How are you? I've not got Toby with me today. Here it is. The Beverley Gate, site of a principal entrance to the ancient walled and fortified town, 1321 to about 1780. Sir John Hotton, the governor, denied entry to King Charles I, the first overt act of the Civil War. So there you go. It goes back to 1321, and it was the first act of the English Civil War when Charles I was denied entry to the city. Well, this is Prince's Quay. I'm not going in there. It is depressing. It's worse than that Prospect place we went in, if that's possible. Well, we've got a choice. We can have a... Oh, tell you what, we'll walk up to the museum's quarter. Some nice shops and stuff. On the way back, we'll have a walk down Prince's Quay. See again, empty, look. Dutchman. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I mean, no, I'm not taking a picture of you, don't worry. Nah. That's a great white, we're on Whitefriar Gate, and this is, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I think that were Marks and Spencer's at one time. The thing is, for the homeless people, apparently there is sufficient hostel accommodation for them, but a lot of them don't want to go into the hostel because we have a ruling: no drink, no drugs. Anybody here like Warhammer? Well, I know Sammy, my son, used to like it when he was a boy. See again, we're empty. Well, that's a charity shop. We're empty, empty. And Whitefriar Gate is one of the principal shopping areas of the city. Works, I like the Works actually. You get a bargain in there. Things like notebooks, files, things like that. Help the mental health charity shop. I think it's a big thing at the moment in the UK, mental health, and I think it's probably going to get worse. Oh, this firm is now closed. The solicitors, the 27th of January, the Solicitors Regulation Authority intervened into Andrew Kingston Co. The solicitors' firms are now closed. So we got shut down. Wonder why? Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I think so. Fool's Angels. I don't know what that is, but whatever. Looks good. Boys, that's a good shop actually. You get loads of stuff in there that you perhaps wouldn't get anywhere else at a relatively good price. Look at that, it's corded. Not 30 quid for a vac. New, you can't moan at that. Another charity shop. That's for the local hospice. Dove House. I'll say one thing. My mum, when she finally went, she was in a hospice and they were good. I didn't know what to think at the time. there was too much happening around me and I couldn't take it all in. But when I think back, they were good. You see him in the corner. Let's have a walk through here. I don't know, I've never been in here before. But a guy's probably drugged up. Yeah, that's a music centre. Look at the speakers on that. Hey Jack, I think this is your territory, isn't it? Look at those. Dave as well thinking about it. Obviously you can get in here when it's open. No, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought the doors were closing for a moment. See, think of what you could do with this though. There you go, hats. I could do with one of them hats for summer actually. A joke shop, novelties and things. Yeah, that's right, Dwayne. Yes, that is exactly what it was about, that war, yeah. And the city sided with the Roundheads. A lot of Yorkshire, a lot of the urban areas of Yorkshire did. While the more rural areas tended to side with King Charles. Yeah, haircut. Now this is the commercial district. Of Hull. Hiya mate, you alright? Hello little fella. See, people are pretty friendly. It's one thing I like about Hull. It's very much like Salford. People, they're generally very nice. I think a lot of it's to do with Hull being a port. Salford's a port, or it was. And you've got a certain type of people there. Oh, the Manchester Arms. I'm right at home here then. That's where I'm from originally, Manchester. Wow. The Manchester Arms. Let's see if I can get up. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh. I'm trying to get my phone out, my other phone out of my pocket, and I'm struggling a bit. That's better. Right, I've got it. Right, I can sort that out now. When I go, that's going to be my icon for this wonderful walk around Hull. We got the Lion and the Key. Right, I'm not sure what we're looking at now. Right, so we got the museums quarter up here. You know, you look at some of these streets, and it's like going back like 150 years, maybe even more, but certainly going back to Queen Victoria's day, isn't it? I don't suppose it's still a forge, Dunwell's Forge. But you never know. Hull Culture and Leisure. That used to be the Pacific Exchange. So all these used to be warehouses going back. I don't want to get run over. Whew. Well, this is the museum's quarter. We're not going to be able to get in. It looks like it's all locked. At the moment they've got it's all free entry. 20 historical women who changed the world. The Street Life Museum and Wilberforce House. Digging into 235 million years of history. It's your map of it. I'm glad you like it, Edward. You're right, Sam. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? our history, you're right, Dwayne, it's just amazing, really, for such a small island. That's a museum itself, or one of them. In a minute I'm going to turn around and go back. I think the next one will be the Wilberforce Museum, I'm not sure. There you go, yeah, Wilberforce Institute for the Study of Slavery and Emancipation. It's part of the University of Hull. And I think this will be it here. Hull History Hour Talks. That'll be a good one, I think. History of Hull Docks, the Humber Ferry, the railways and Hull. And I think I'll go to some of them. But we'll see. Hello. I don't know whether I can get round there or not. But you know what? Yeah, no, I'm going to try. I mean, we can go in a slightly different way. It looks like we can get round, but all this work, all this construction going on in the city. What with the A63, the work being done on that, and all this as well, it's just a lot. But you know, if you make the city a better place, then, you know, I'm not against it. For decades. So it's Hull Old Town. It's called Gandhi Way. To be honest, I think it'd have been better off being left as the George Yard. I mean, Hull should be celebrating local history. I mean, Gandhi he helped get freedom for India, which was no bad thing. But if we're honest and we're truthful about it, he was a racist. He didn't like Jews, he was an anti-Semite. As well as that, he didn't like dark-skinned people. If you go to India, people of the south, stagecoach bus, they're a lot darker than people in the north. People in the north are lighter skinned. People in the south are dark. They're a different race. People in North India and the languages they speak, Sanskrit, you know, Punjabi, Urdu, Hindi, they're all based on Sanskrit, which is an Indo-European language. Sanskrit is related to Roman, or Roman's related to Sanskrit, I should point out. Now, in the south, we have different languages altogether. Now, Gandhi had no time for people in South India. He looked down on them. He reckoned they'd done wrong in a past life, and that's why they are black, and they're ordained to be low caste. if they lead a good life, they'll come back in a higher caste. And that was what he believed. I'm not criticising him, I'm not saying he were right, I'm not saying he were wrong, that's his religion. But why would this lot be celebrating a racist on the same street as Wilberforce, who emancipated the slaves? Well, Army, yeah, horses and hackney carriages, things like that. But yeah, Mick Jagger. Well, we're now on our onerous way back to the Beverley Gate. Well, I'm going to hold on for a bit. You see that bus coming now? Well, that meets the ferry. It's going to the P&O ferry. The ferry terminal. Well, we came down here earlier on, so we're going to go back this way. And then we'll take a walk past what would have been the Prince's Dock. I think it was dug out in the 1830s. And it was in operation until, I think, the 1960s. See, we went in there, you might remember. I'll have to get the old Duchess to come out to Hull. Well, that's going to be difficult. Well, I've done nearly 11 miles, 10.94 miles, so I'm reasonably happy with that. Oh, the good news is, since last Wednesday, to this morning, I've lost £1. The bad news is, from the end of November to last week, I put on 7.
I'm the least part of sugar. Yeah.
So, I think if I hadn't have been walking, I've not been walking as much, but I think if I hadn't have been walking any, I would probably have put a lot more on. So I'm pretty happy with that. Heron, it's a big name in the north of England. Yeah, it's a big name in the north of England, Heron Foods. A lot of poor areas will have a Heron shop. Well, there's our Maritime Museum again. And what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look. Even more roadworks. But we're going to have a look at what was Prince's Docks. What you see there is a Prince's Quay. It's like a shopping centre, but just like that prospect we went in, it's absolutely empty. Leave a few bits and pieces here and then, that's it. When it was built, they tried to make it look like a ship. But down there, you can see the water. You can see it. This used to be a dock. But again, you can't go where you could have gone at one time. It's just, everything's blocked off. See warehouses. Oh, this was a warehouse. You still got your crane there for lifting. Things up, see? The now trendy waterfront bars. You can see the ships came right into the city itself. I think we can have a look just here. Oh yes, we can. So this was a Prince's Dock. And it went right the way down here, and you see the gates there, centre of the screen, and it went right into the River Humber. I don't know if we can do this or not, but I'm going to try. See if we can get on the bridge. I could, but then again, we could have another do. I can leave that for another time. No, keep on this side. Hello, hello, little man. Little daft dog. Times like that when I wish I had Toby here with me. So this is Hull. We've had a good walk round quayside. Yeah, we've had a good look round. You've seen a lot of it. I mean, just before Christmas, we had a good walk round Hessel Road, which was where the fishing community came from. Before that, we looked at what was St Andrew's Dock, which is now another quay, which is now another retail centre that they have. And today we've looked at the city centre itself. I think next time we come, we'll go and look at the lightship, and we'll look at we'll explore a little bit more on the other side of the A63. I think that'd be a good idea. Well, it's 10 to 6. I think the last time I was walking down here during COVID and they were giving out vaccines, and I went to that building across there, it's a theatre, that one, to get my jab.
No, towards household stuff.
I think I'm as well on this side of the road. So what we'll do, we'll go past Primark and we'll carry on until we get to Ferrens Way, and then back up to the station. There's our £8 meal. The Punch Hotel, there's £8 meals. Again, it's a huge place, this Prince's Quay. But most of it's shut down inside. So these shops are shut down. Yeah, it's certainly been a good walk round Hull, hasn't it? No, Sammy. It's all right, actually. No, last were absolutely brilliant, Guy. No, it was warm. It was really, really nice. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. You're right, Dwayne. We brought a lot of prosperity to Hull. the fishing community. You're very welcome, Guy. I'm glad you liked it. Looks like we got the old bill. Well, it's all kicking off somewhere. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Seagulls Jewellers. We've been here since 1919. Now this place here is Kingston Communications. That with a thing on its roof. That's their call centre. And what they do, they're the ones who have the white telephone boxes. That's that company. They are KCOM, and they say it's 120-year-old, so it must have been formed in 1906. Amazing, really, isn't it? £9 till 3, £2. Yeah, 9 AM till 3 PM, £2.50 a pint. Wow. That seems to be pretty cheap. And we've got the Admiral of the Umber. That's actually a position, believe it or not. I don't know much about it. I'll read it up later and I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But the Admiral of the Umber is actually, it's some position that somebody actually held. Well, what a walk this has turned out to be. Can we get over, do you think? I think so. And we've done it. You can do it, love. Well, certainly a walk, hasn't it, really? Let's see what my tally is. £11.64 miles. So that is good. So when I get back to Withensea, by the time I get home, I will have covered 12 miles today. That's 4 miles, just over 4 miles with Toby. Just under 8 miles now. About 4 miles with you guys. And 4 miles on my own. So I'm quite happy with that. Hammonds of Hull. They were supposed to be doing something with it, but I don't know. Obviously there's lights on upstairs. And here we are, guys. We're back at the railway station. The railway station, of course. Well, guys, all right, Edward, I shall see you later, mate. Thanks for your company. Right, Jay, everybody else who's here, just want to say thank you very much for your company on this amazing walk round. Oh, it's been a lot better than I thought, and I've enjoyed every minute. I've enjoyed your company. It's just been fantastic, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed it, and your company has just made it even so much better. So I just want to say thanks a lot. Thanks for your likes, thanks for your shares, your subscriptions, your contributions, everything. It's just been absolutely amazing. But at this point, I'm just going to have to go and try and get my bus home. Yeah, I'll be back as normal in Withensea tomorrow. Talk about today and work out where we're going to go next, eh? How's that? Well, yeah, Jack, there is that. I didn't have to do my civic duty. But I really missed having him with me. So, folks, I'm just going to say good night. Catch you all tomorrow. I'm going to get the bus.